Hello and welcome to Knights at the Game Table. I'm Ryan Kelly and I'll be your announcer this evening. We're here at WarGames Con 11 in Austin, Texas, where Ryan Christian is leading the new Ultramarines to take down Adam's Astra Militarum. It's super soldiers versus massed infantry. Who's gonna win? Watch the episode to find out. And don't forget, you can be entered into our monthly draw to win a start collecting box of your choice by sharing this video and commenting down below to let us know you have. While you're working on that, we'll get the game started.
Alright, today I'm going to be bringing the Ultramarines. Today I'm bringing the two Redemptor Dreadnoughts. Placed them over here to work on an outflank and see if he has to move over his tanks. Brought in three Hellblaster squads, all with the plasma weapons, and one captain, and then one unit of scouts up there to try to pick off some characters if he has anything open.
In this battle report, I'm going to be playing Astra Militarum and Imperial Knights. First of all, I have a battalion detachment of Katachan jungle fighters. These are led by a pair of tank commanders. Each one of them is sporting Punisher cannons and a heavy bolter. And then I've got three squads of infantry, just your basic 10-man squads. And then I have a platoon commander and a Ministorum priest. My platoon commander has a special name. He's actually going to be Old Butch Steak and Egger. Now, to start off with, I've played quite defensively. I'm a little bit concerned about the plasma, that one of the main things is going to take down my T8 vehicles, so my toughness 8 vehicles, obviously being strength 8, they've got a good chance to punch through them. So I'm using this rocky outcrop here to protect my bigger vehicles, just in case he gets the first turn of the game. However, because both the knight and the tanks have the ability to move and shoot without penalty, if I get the first turn, I'll be able to move out of cover and then lay down some really nasty firepower. Ryan set up his scout snipers pretty early on, which enabled me to hide my characters behind this rocky outcrop here to deny him the ability to shoot them at the start of the game.
My biggest advantage is I got plasma. He's got a knight and two tanks that they can get shredded pretty quickly from the plasma itself. But what I am actually worried about is that Imperial Knight is going to be insane. He's got a 4+ invuln, so if he makes a lot of good rolls on that, it could be a bad day for me.
So my biggest strength in this battle report is the amount of firepower I have. With the ability to merge my infantry squads and then give them rapid fire 2 guns, I've actually got the ability to output something crazy like 80 shots from those 2 squads. Even though they're las guns, 80 shots is still a ton of firepower. Each of the Punisher cannons can fire twice on the Leman Russ battle tanks, which gives me an extra 80 shots at strength 5 between the 2 of those. And then lastly, the knight himself is pumping out a ton of firepower with Endless Fury, which is one of the artifacts that I spent a command point to give him at the start of the game. Also, I gave him another command point I spent to give him the 4-up invulnerable save, so he can actually take a bit of punishment. In fact, all my vehicles are toughness 8, which makes them normally very durable, just sadly not as much against the plasma fire. The biggest weakness my army has is my infantry really have terrible saving throws, and against plasma, it's going to be like they're wearing paper. So that's going to be one of the bigger weaknesses. So I have to be pretty careful about how I deploy and move, but as long as I do that, I actually think I've got a pretty good chance.
Adam, this is the first time I've faced you, though I am using your infamous Ultramarines army, so I'm looking forward to this. I think I'm going to take you down.
Ryan is a great player. He comes from the pro Magic world, which means I have a lot of respect for him as a player. However, I've been playing this game since I was 9 years old. I know my Ultramarines army like the back of my hand, and I know this list like the back of my hand as I've been playing it non-stop. I don't think he has a leg to stand on.
Today's mission is a variation of Decapitation Strike, a Maelstrom of War mission from the chapter approved 2018. In this version, players generate up to 3 tactical objectives total each turn. Players can discard a tactical objective at the start of their turns, and players will have to discard an objective if a character is slain, and D3 objectives if their warlord is killed. There will be bonus points for Slay the Warlord, First Strike, and Linebreaker. Ryan finished deploying first, and will get +1 on his roll for first turn.
Good luck, man.
Good luck, sir. Oh my gosh, come on.
5, yes.
You got it.
I'll take the first turn.
I'm going to see if I can seize.
Good luck.
All right. Oh, I saw that 6 for a second.
I'm going to take that first turn.
I know you are.
For Adam's first turn, he generated Secure Objective 6, which he's already on top of. Behind enemy lines, not very likely until later, and Blood and Guts, which will require being closer to the enemy plasma than he'd like.
So in my movement phase, I moved all my infantry up to the right of the battlefield to get in range of the snipers. I also consolidated these two squads here, the blue squad and the yellow squad. That way I can issue one order to them and it'll affect both squads. I moved my Punisher tanks slightly out and forward from their deployment to get them in range. This brings this tank company commander in range of the Hellblasters and the other one in range of this other squad of Hellblasters. And lastly, I got my Imperial Knight and moved it up so it can shoot one of the Redemptors, but is hidden from the other one. Strategically, what I'm trying to do here is mitigate how much of Ryan's army can be effective at the start of the game while maximizing my own effectiveness. The goal here isn't necessarily for me to win in the first round, but it's to actually remove the teeth from his army so that he has a much smaller force against mine and I'll continually overwhelm him. First of all, this tank is going to do gunner's kill on sight. This enables it to reroll hit rolls of a 1, which is hopefully going to get me some good firepower on those Hellblasters back there. This tank, however, is in range of the Redemptor and potentially in range of the second Redemptor. So I'm going to give it Strike and Shroud. This means that it's going to be able to shoot, and then it's going to pop its smoke to give him -1 to shoot. That's really important because if he overcharges that plasma, he's going to be blowing up on 1s and 2s. And lastly, I'm going to do first rank fire, second rank fire on this one squad, which gives them rapid fire 2 weapons, which means most of these guys are firing 4 times each. Thanks to first rank fire, second rank fire, I've actually got 59 shots. So I'm going to roll them in 3 sets of 20, well, 2 sets of 20 and a set of 19. So this is the first set of 20. These guys are hitting on 4s. I've got 13 hits. So this is the second set of 20. An extra 8 hits. And this is the set of 19. All right, so I have 33 hits. So now I'm going to roll to wound. This is strength 3 against toughness 4. I need 5s. So first of all, the first set of 20, 5s and 6s. So it's 8 wounds so far. So it's extra 13 wounds, 5s and 6s. So that's 3 extra. Not too many, but still, that'll be good enough for now. So Ryan, you've got
11 saves.
Ryan's got 11 saves to make.
I got 11 saves and a 3 up because they're in cover. Hopefully they can withstand this barrage.
Good luck, Ryan.
Let's see, 1 dead, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 attacks.
So I've activated Order of Companions on my Imperial Knight, which cost me an extra 2 command points, which put me down to 4. This enables me to reroll all 1s for this knight for this turn. So I'm going to unload everything into that Redemptor Dreadnought. So first of all, I'm going to fire the Rapid Fire Battle Cannon, which gives me 2d6 shots. Thankfully, because of the Order of Companions, 1s I get to reroll. 3 and a 3, that's 6 shots. So I've now got 6 shots from the Knight into Redemptor, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. 6 clean hits.
Okay.
So I'm now looking at strength 8 against toughness 7. So I'm going to be wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. That is 4 wounds. So Ryan's got 4 saves to make at -2.
-2. He is normally a 3 up. He's in cover as a 2 ups, but -2, so he's a 4 up. 2 got through, sir. How much damage?
So 2 of my wounds went through, which means I get to roll D3 damage per wound. So that's 2d3 wounds to see how many lives this thing loses. That's a 5 damage in total. Next up, I'm going to unload Endless Fury into the Redemptor. So this isn't a mild Fury, just so you know, it's an Endless Fury specifically. This gives me 14 shots. Now, because of the command points I spent, 1s get to reroll, and 6s count as 2 hits.
Correct.
And I also got a bunch of 6s. So I'm actually looking at 4 6s
shots
here. So my 2 missed, but I've got 4 extra hits. So this gives me a total of 16 hits against you.
Okay.
Now they are strength 6 against toughness 7, so I'm wounding on 5s, but I'm rerolling 1s. Ryan, you have 12 saves at -2, doing 2 damage each.
Okay, I need 4 ups, 12, right?
Yeah.
4 ups. So 1, 2, 6 got through.
So 2 damage each, that's 12 damage.
12
that is
damage.
the end of the Redemptor.
That is the end of the Redemptor. See if he blows up just to have fun. Nope, not blow up.
Cool. So after firing the Imperial Knight, as you can see, I'm systematically trying to remove threats. Now I get to shoot my Punisher at the Hellblasters. If the Redemptor had survived, I would have used the Punisher against the Redemptor, but now I'm going after the Hellblasters. This guy has 40 shots with his Punisher, and because he's a tank commander, he is hitting on 3s. So this is the first 20, hitting on 3s. So that's 16 hits. That's statistically average. Now I've got strength 5 against toughness 4, so I'm winning on 3s.
Okay.
So that's 10 saves so far. However, I've got another 20 shots coming at him. Hitting on 3s. That's 14 hits. So 14 hits, rolling to wound. Wounding on 3s. 13 more.
Okay, so that'd be 23 saves?
23 saves, no AP.
No AP, so they are a 2 up because they're 3 up normally. They get a +1 because they're in cover, so it's 2 up. So we got 2.
That's it.
That's it, so 3.
So 1 dead, one guy's got 1 life left. Now the good news is the Punisher also has a heavy bolter, so this is 3 shots. Unfortunately, because it moved, I get -1 to hit on this, so I'm hitting on 4s. That's 1 hit. It's wounding on a 3. That's 1 wound, 1 save up -1 now. So I need to see a 1 or a 2.
3 up.
I'd like a 2. There we go. That's the extra guy. Hey Ryan, all right, so I just noticed I haven't been firing 20 shots, I've been firing 24. I know that I normally only bring 20 dice with me, but apparently I brought 4 extra. So when I grabbed them for the Punishers, I just thought I was rolling 20 dice. So I've actually ended up firing 48 times instead of 40. How'd you want to handle it?
Since we're moving forward, we'll just subtract off of this next shot over here that you're gonna do.
Man.
Make
yeah,
that work.
I'm sorry about that. That sucks. All right, so I reduce it from the next one.
Right.
Sweet. All right, so normally there would be 20 shots from this
you get
Punisher,
16.
but it's actually going to be 16.
All right.
And this guy, he's hitting on 3s and rerolling 1s. $12 hits, wounding on 3s. 10 hits so far. I'm going to do the whole thing again. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. That's 10 hits, wounding on 3s. 7.
And they are not in cover on that, so they are 3 ups.
Ooh, mate, that's bad.
5 guys dead.
At the end of Adam's first turn, he scored 1 point for Secure Objective 6 and 1 for First Strike. This makes the score 0-2 in Adam's favor. Starting off Ryan's first turn, he generated Secure Objective 2, which he's already sitting on, behind enemy lines, which will take a couple of turns, and Scour the Skies, which is impossible to score as Adam has no flyers.
All right, wow. I took a lot of casualties that first round. Adam got some great shots off. What I ended up doing is I moved my Redemptor Dreadnought over to start shooting on his tank there, and as well as this unit brought him down to be able to get some shots. I advanced forward my captain to keep him within 6 inches so I can re-roll my 1s on my hits, and I also advanced forward that unit of Hellblasters as well. All right, Adam, I'm gonna be shooting these Hellblasters at your tank right there.
Cool.
They are in rapid fire range, so 2 shots each. So we're getting 6 shots hitting on 3s.
Are you going to overcharge them?
I am overcharging them.
1s and 2s kill you.
Re-rolling 1s.
2s kill you.
2s kill me, but re-rolling 1s because my guy, my captain. All right, but we did get 4 hits on you.
Nailed it.
So they are strength 8 versus toughness 8 on that vehicle, correct? Mm-hmm. So wounding on 4s. And 1. And AP -4.
1 save -4. I have no save.
All right.
2
so
damage.
2 damage.
Yeah, so he's down to 10. All right, Ryan, so mathematically there was a chance that was the same guy rapid firing twice, so it could just be 1 guy dead. I'm cool with on a 1, 2, 3, 1 guy dies, on a 4, 5, 6, 2 guys die.
Okay.
Actually, just do it the other way around. 4, 5, 6, 1 guy dies. 1, 2, 3, 2 guys dies. That way low dice sucks for you.
You want to roll?
No, it's just you.
All right.
Ha!
2 guys die. We're gonna have that Redemptor Dreadnought starting off on that tank there. We're gonna be firing the onslaught Gatling cannon. It's a heavy 6.
-1 hit.
So hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. Extra.
Nice.
Strength 5 on that versus toughness 8. So on 5s. 1 coming at you, AP -1.
So normally 2 up goes to 3 up. But I rolled a 1.
All right.
So he takes a wound.
1 damage. And then we're going to do the macro plasma incinerator on that. We're not going to overcharge it. So it's heavy D6. 6 shots. Hitting on 4s because it's -1. Nope. 4 hits. Strength 8 versus toughness 8. So wounding on 4s. 3 wounds coming at you.
At minus...
And that's going to be at -4.
-4. Actually, it's the first turn of the game, and due to the new heavy weapon doctrine, it's
That's right.
-5.
-5.
So that's no saves.
Okay. 4 wounds.
4 wounds?
Yep, 1 wound each.
Perfect. Goes down to 5.
Icarus rocket pack. Heavy D3, but it is -2 to hit that if I fire it at that. So hitting on 5s. We got 2 shots, hitting on 5s. 1 hit. And it is strength 7 versus toughness 8, so I need a 5. Got it. -2.
So my 2-up becomes a 4-up.
So that's going to be 2 damage.
2 damage, nice. He's down to 3.
All right, so honestly, I'm feeling pretty bad about my Ultramarines right now.
You're feeling pretty bad. Man, I'm running out of targets to shoot. Ryan, you gotta think about other people for a change. This is tough.
Concluding Ryan's turn 1, he scored no points, keeping the score 0-2 in Adam's favor. At the end of the first battle round, the Astra Militarum dealt some serious damage to the Ultramarines, but the Ultramarines responded by severely crippling one of their tanks. Entering his second turn, Adam discarded Blood and Guts and carried over behind enemy lines from last turn. This turn, he generated Secure Objective 3, which he's very close to, and Domination, which will be possible in a couple of turns.
So at the end of my movement phase, I moved my Leman Russ battle tank up onto this hill. We decided at the beginning of the game that was okay because the objective was placed up there as well so that vehicles could get there. But I took a 2-inch movement reduction in order to do it. I literally inched up my Punisher tank just because, moved my Knight around so that I can get a better angle on the Redemptor and start moving around some of this stuff behind the hill. And then I moved up my Catachan infantry squad so they can lay a threat down on that Hellblaster. So now I'm going to start issuing some orders. The tanks are going to issue orders to themselves. So once again, this tank's going to give himself Strike and Shroud, which will give you -1 to hit for shooting it. This one is going to give Gunner's Kill on sight, which lets it reroll hit rolls of a 1. And then I'm going to do first rank fire, second rank fire with this squad of Catachans again. So pretty much the same as I did last time. I'm going to spend 2 command points, once again, on the House Raven Knight. I'm going to see if I get either of those command points back on a 5-up to my Warlord trait. I don't. And that lets him reroll 1s, and that puts us in a good position for the shooting phase to start firing. I'm going to start with this lowly squad of Catachans. I've only got 8 shots not all in range at that one Hellblaster. They're hitting on 4s. And they're wounding on 5s. 2 hits, 2 wounds. So you have 2 saves.
2 wounds on that guy?
Yeah.
On a 3-up?
Yep.
No.
All right. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it was worth it.
Bouncing.
Yeah. All right. So now this big squad is going to fire at him. So I'm going to have this big consolidated squad of Catachans shooting at this guy. They have 18 shots, but because of first rank fire, second rank fire, they're actually going to fire twice, which is 36 shots. I'll just do 18 twice if that's cool with you.
Twice hitting on
4s.
4s, okay.
It's a lot of 3s. 7 hits so far. Second set. 14 hits in total. So I got 14 wounds, wounding on 5s. You have 4 saves to make.
3-ups. All mixed up for 1.
So he takes 1 wound. Sadly, not enough to kill him, but that's okay. So the Imperial Knight is shooting the stubber at this guy. Everything else at him. We'll go with the stubber first. 3 shots hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 1 save at no AP.
3-up.
He's got to die. No. All right. Okay, so now we're going to have their rapid fire battle cannon going into the Redemptor. That's 5 shots. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the order of companions. That's 5 hits. Strength 8, toughness 7. I'm wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s again. But that's 5 wounds. 5 saves at -2 on the Redemptor.
So normally a 2-up and -2, so he's going to be a 4-up. 5 wounds?
Yep. 3 fail.
3 fail. Sure.
So that's going to be 3d3 damage. So what I've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage so far. Next up, I'm firing Endless Fury. This is 14 shots. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, 6s are extra hits. So it's a pair of 6s and only 1 miss. So it gives me 2 extra shots. Now I'm strength 6 against toughness 7, so I'm wounding on 5s, but I am rerolling 1s.
A lot of 2s, 3s, and 4s. Let's go.
Unfortunately for you, not so much. You are looking at 9 saves at -2.
-2, so needing 4s. 9 of them. We got this. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 got through. 2 damage each, right?
8 damage each. 8 damage in total.
Yep, so 8 damage. That should be enough to blow them up. Let's see. Nope.
So now the damage Punisher is going to fire everything at that one guy. His Punisher is going to shoot first. He got 20 shots, and because he's in his lowest tier, he's hitting on 5s.
Okay. Not re-rolling ones?
No re-rolling ones.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits from the first volley.
Okay.
Second volley. Hitting on 5s again.
A little bit better on that one, it looks like.
And 7 extra hits. So I'm looking at 11 hits in total. 11 hits, winning on 3s.
Yep.
So you have 8 saves of 3 or more for your power armor. That's him, done. Finally. This brings me to my last unit, which is my Punisher, shooting into the Hellblasters. I'm going for an almost tabling. I'm not allowed to target that captain right now. So let's start with 20 shots, hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s into the Hellblasters.
Hitting on 3s, no minus for the movement.
10. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Hitting on 4s.
Minusing for movement, so it's actually hitting on 4s. Good call. So that's 12 hits.
Okay.
For the first shot. Second shot. Hitting on 4s. 10 extra. So that's 22 hits.
Yep.
So with 22 hits at strength 5, I'm winning on 3s.
3s.
So this is 20. And this is the 2 extra. So you're looking at 12 saves at no AP, but they're not in cover.
Okay, needing 3-ups, 12 3-ups. 2 dead.
Awesome. Lastly, I've got a heavy bolter. Hits on 4s because of -1. 2 hits. Winning on 3s. 2 wounds. 2 saves at -1. 2 4-ups.
1 more dead.
Yes.
In his second turn, Adam scored 1 point for secure objective 3, making the score 0-3 in Adam's favor. At the start of Ryan's turn 2, he discarded Scour the Skies and carried over secure objective 2 and behind enemy lines. He also generated a second secure objective 2, which would be very difficult to get with his limited numbers.
Quick recap of the movement here. I moved my captain up. It puts him into where I need an 8 to get a charge off on the, maybe taking out an Imperial Knight. And I moved over my, my last 2 plasma guys here to try to get some shots, maybe cause some wounds. Maybe we explode the Titan and have some fun. Okay, we're gonna be rapid firing the plasma supercharged into your Imperial Knight Crusader. 1, 2, 4 shots. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So 3 hits.
Winning on 4s.
Winning on 4s. Coming at you.
All right, so I have 3 saves in the Imperial Knight because I spent a command point at the beginning of the game to make him a warlord. He has a 4-up and vulnerable. Yeah. So 4-up and vulnerable saves. 2 saves, 1 goes through. The Knight takes 2 wounds.
All right, we're gonna fire the combi plasma into the Imperial Knight Crusader there. We're gonna overcharge this, or supercharge it. And we're hitting on 2s.
I want him to die.
Re-rolling 1s. Here we go. How about double 6s? All right.
4s.
Wounding on 4s.
Wow, 4 6s.
Boom.
Let's do 6 6s, which summons a corn demon. So I'm gonna roll 2 dice, 4 up and vulnerable save. Oh, it's a 6 and a 5. It's pretty up there, but 2 saves.
All right, Adam, we're gonna go for broke here. My Smash Captain, I need an 8 to get on charge on this, so you are gonna get some Overwatch on him. Only charging the Titan though.
Okay, so first of all, let's see how many rapid fire battle cannon shots I've got.
No problem.
I have 3.
All
Hitting
right.
on 6s. That's 1 hit.
Okay.
Wounding on 2s. That's a wound. 1 save at -2 on the guy.
He's 3-up invuln. Makes
Nice.
it.
Next up, I've got Endless Fury.
14 shots coming at me.
6s. And 6s count as 2 hits.
Yes, they do. That's a lot of 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s.
6 6s. I called it earlier, but there it is. That means
10
I got
shots.
That's 12 shots.
6 6s. So 12 shots. Oh my gosh.
Rolling to wound, 3s to wound. 10 saves at -2, doing 2 damage each. He got 5 lives.
There we go. 3 ups. Let's see if we can pull it off. Come on, let's get some craps. Oh, look at that. He even survived. Oh, all those 6s.
What is it with the 6s right now?
1, 2, 3,
you know what?
5.
So we're filming this during WarGames Con. If we're rolling all the 6s, I feel so bad for everyone out there. Because we've just seen, statistically, this is nuts.
It's nuts. Not going to happen.
All right,
so I take 4
1 life left.
wounds. I have 1 life left.
But I haven't fired.
The heavy bolter.
The heavy stubber.
Oh, heavy stubber, yeah,
sixes. Let's see triple sixes, why not? No, nothing. Right? Oh, man, there you go. Go for the charge. You need a 12. I just spent your roll 2 sixes.
Need an 8.
Need an 8. Right. But let's see double sixes.
Let's see double sixes that we're out here.
Again.
Oh, double sixes on the charge.
We just called double sixes. What are the odds?
Statistically impossible.
Right, we just called double sixes on camera, man. That just happened.
So Smash Captain got in, has his Thunderhammer there. Normally it's 4 attacks because the next Space Marine rolls, he's going to get the extra attack on the charge. 5 attacks with a Thunderhammer. Normally hitting on 2s, he's going to be on 3s, but re-rolling 1s.
5 hits.
5 hits. All right, let's see, come on. As John Chicken Blood Cook would say, some hammer time with these hammers.
Get it.
All
4s.
right, so I need 4s to wound.
I anticipate 6 sixes. 3.
3, coming at you.
AP minus 4.
AP minus -3 AP.
-3. AP minus 3, because we're in the Assault Doctrine.
Yep.
AP minus 3, so I have 3 saves of 6 up. Nope.
None. So 3 wounds each, so 6 wounds.
9 damage.
Oh, so 9 damage coming at you.
Yep, he's down to 13. All right, I'm at 13 wounds, so I'm still in my top bracket. I've got 12 attacks. He's hitting on 3s with my feet.
Okay.
8 hits, wounding on 2s, straight 8. It's 8 wounds. 8 saves at minus 2.
All right, needing 3 ups for the invuln. That's gonna be enough to kill him, even on that, but I'm gonna do fight through death just to see if I can blow you up here.
Cool, so 2 extra command points, which you use. Do you get a command point back?
I do.
Do I get a command point back? I
do. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. All hit, needing 4s.
4's to wound.
Re-roll that, and
4.
got it. 4 coming at you.
4 saves of 6. Nope.
So
12 damage.
12 damage.
He's down to 1.
1. At that point right there, though, sir, it's been a great game.
Good
when I
game,
can see the
man.
match to you, that was phenomenal.
Thank you. Great game. Really good.
That was a phenomenal game. One of the best games I've ever got to play. Got to play against Adam, having a blast. This was a hilariously awesome game across the board. Some things I did well. I thought I did pretty good on positioning the guys, especially getting the +1 to go first. We doubled up on that initial things, and then he was able to get the initiative and was able to cause some damage. I think if I would have got to go first, I think I'd take out one of his tanks, changes the battle a little bit. Adam did a phenomenal job positioning his guys and using that. Some of the things I think about that I could have done better. Could have kept everything more into a screen, really make him start moving out and spreading his armies and picking one way or another on this good Martian planet. But overall, I think one of the big changes I think I would make in this Ultramarine army, though it has a lot of firepower, a lot of their stuff now is going to be using a lot more bolt weapons, and I think we could capitalize on that, having a few more heavy bolters, things of that nature. But overall, it was a phenomenal game, a fun game. Adam's army is crazy powerful. I look forward to facing this thing again at some point in the future.
So that was an epic game. I got to play on one of my favorite tables. This is made by Pierre from Paint or Die Miniatures, and I got to use Clay Williams' amazing Imperial Knight that he painted for me, plus the Catachans that I painted myself. Now, this is an army that I've been working on for a very long time. The thematic idea is really simple. Have more toughness 8 than your opponent can deal with, and then have nothing else that's worth shooting that still hits hard when it comes to shooting and when it comes to close combat. This way, there's no nice target to shoot at. You either shoot at something that doesn't really die, or you shoot at something that's so easy to kill and you're wasting your strength 8, strength 7 kind of shots. So my army did exactly what it was supposed to do. Also, I had a bit of an unfair advantage against Ryan in this game because I know my Ultramarine army so well, and he made one of the classic mistakes that people make. He spread out too thin. By being so wide, rather than concentrating around the firebase of the captain, it meant that he couldn't guarantee to get the reroll ones to hit, and he wasn't advancing me close enough to give me that threat with the Thunderhammer. That Thunderhammer nearly took out the Imperial Knight in a single round of close combat. The key to this army working is to get in within rapid fire range and annihilate me. And unfortunately, Ryan didn't capitalize on that, largely because of this giant piece of mountain in the middle of the battlefield and how wide he spread. That meant that from the very beginning of the game, I think I even called it and said that he doesn't have a leg to stand on. I knew that I could optimize my deployment against him, which essentially enables me to field the full 1,000 points of my army every single turn, almost everything fired, against pretty much just a third or even half of his army. So essentially, I've got 1,000 points against 500 points. This is one of my favorite ways to play, and if I can ever pull this off against my opponent, it's what I'm going to do. After that, the game was pretty much as standard. I would argue that this game was pretty much won off the battlefield. Both of the armies were powerful. I've managed to take out Imperial Knights many times before with the Ultramarine list, but knowing how to play my army against my own army gave me such a huge advantage. The number of sixes that were rolled in this game were crazy. I was blown away by it. It made it a really fun game to play as well. And Ryan's a great sport and obviously a really powerful player. And I think that now he's got to play with the Ultramarines as well, it's going to really help him play them in future and realize that it is a very aggressive army. You need to move forward. You can't be, careful about how you move. You just need to be right on your opponent. Something that he never got to see is the strength 14 power fists on the Redemptors into close combat. That's why they were my #1 target. They would rip through that Imperial Titan if they got close to it, and I would have had to be a lot more defensive if he was much more aggressive. But having said that, getting the first turn of the game really gave me that advantage. All in all, it was a great game. Ryan's a great opponent, and I'm looking forward to playing with this army a little bit more.
What a fight! Although Ryan's Ultramarines had the right tools to deal with the tanks and Knight in Adam's list, they were no match for the blistering firepower put out by those Punisher cannons, ultimately leading to a victory for Adam. Hopefully McCragg has additional warriors for Ryan to keep him in the good fight. If you want to learn some free tactics, painting tutorials, and more, check out our free guide in the description below. And if you want to see who's playing next week, check this out.
Next week on Knights at the Game Table.
Eldar versus White Scars.